It's been crazy. At last, I'm able to sit down and get some stuff. Many individuals are panicking over the price, and a lot is happening in the cryptocurrency space. Don't be concerned. That is what we will discuss. We will discuss XRP and the White House. The proposal Michael Saylor is attempting to make to HBAR and the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. Let's take a seat back, unwind, and dive right into our next ETF. The price of Bitcoin is $94,587. Ethereum is presently trading at $2,656, down 1.35% over the last day. With USDT coming in at $1 peg, USDC at 99 cents, and good old XRP at $2,045, it's down 5.87% at the moment. It's good to say that XRP is no longer relevant, and I'm not even angry about it. We warned you about this slump. We're going to open up the chart and see the precise targets where this thing was heading. The chart will be examined. The entire cryptocurrency market is on the verge of plummeting back to $3 trillion. Folks, I'm afraid I know where this is headed. I am aware of how this tale concludes. I am aware of the year's conclusion. We are quite optimistic. Let the bull run over. The top was in December. Nothing that we have seen should raise any kind of alarm or worry. I don't see it, so don't purchase it. Beyond that, we're heading to the blasted moon. There was recent big news. Guess what? The header of bar ETF filing. We blow it up after the Nasdaq makes it official. It says that the Nasdaq Stock Market LLC is filing a proposed rule change with the Securities and Exchange Commission to list and trade shares of the Canary Bar ETF under Nasdaq Rule 5711D, commodity-based trust shares, by Section 19B1 of the Securities Exchange Act of 1934, Rule 19B4. They are attempting to argue that since HBAR is a commodity, an ETF should be placed directly behind it. I've been the owner of HBAR for almost 5 years. I have a lot of confidence in HBAR. I've been urging everyone to get as much HBAR as they can. It was a terrific deal at 20 cents when it was 5 cents. Can we drop it? I'm not sure. I'm not concerned about the chart, even though I don't have it up, because what if we drop? And as we look to the future, it won't matter if you purchase from us. It won't make a difference. Whether you pay 15 cents, 20 cents, 17 cents, 12 cents, or 25 cents is irrelevant. It won't make any difference. Released his Ethereum chart. I would like to discuss this. I'm going to start using Ethereum. Look, the technology isn't important to me. I have no interest in volatile but Aaron. In my opinion, Ethereum is about to make a significant breakout from a chart that has been trapped in a range for a while. Not financial guidance. I don't care what they've done in the past, whether the network is terrible, the software is bad, or several direct projects have been launched on YouTube. I just use it to capture my experience. There is no purpose for it. I don't give a damn. Do you want to know why? Because I can see dollar signs, and I will make sure they are coming my way if I do. Here, I'm going to load up. In this cycle, I do think Ethereum will provide me a 225x. The 2x will satisfy me. When you set up a 401k retirement plan, it takes 7 years for your stock market to double. If the S&P averages 10% annually, that is. People, please sign me up if you think I can complete a 2x in the next 8 to 10 months. Are you aware of what will occur? As usual, I do think Ethereum will be among the first cryptocurrency assets to move. I won't be greedy and will rotate into something that hasn't moved yet, but I will grab my money when it does appear and give me a nice 2 to 3x. You can see what I'm talking about for Ethereum, the targets I'm examining, and the percentage of money I'm putting into it for just $5. People, take a look at the range from which this object has been bouncing all over. This is going to have a huge breakout. We'll assume it's around 2,500, but my goal is 8 to 12k. It's a 5x. This item reaches around 7k. Even if I want to go early because I believe the altcoins will start to run. I could try to obtain a 5 to 10x on it after banking a fat 3x on it, rotating the money I deployed into an altcoin, and then getting the 3x I just made from ETH. I'm all about winning, and that's what we call it. I'm all about winning. Your technology doesn't matter to me. What your tech does doesn't matter to me. Making money here is important to me. I'm in crypto for that reason. Like my retirement plan at work, I'm in cryptocurrency to make money for the future. Crypto is the way of the future, and it will move much more quickly than the stock market, the S&P, or anything else. Look, we got support at $2.50, I said. The final significant level is at $1.96. If that breaks $2.38, $2.34, and $2.30. There's no fear, I said. This ought to be the bottom. As we approach the next leg up, $2.82, we'll continue to monitor. After $2.82 is broken, it will immediately move past the $3 area and into the $4 to $5 region, which I continue to think will occur at the end of Q1 or the start of Q2. The XRP chart is shown here. Your support regions are those thick yellow lines you see. We exceeded the $2.44 mark. We dropped to around $2.40. Back up here at $2.72, we have support or resistance sending, which is another difficult cookie to crack. After that, it's $2.82. Why is it falling? Everything is still linked to Bitcoin, and the market as a whole is declining. Nothing has completely separated. We will always and forever be dependent on Bitcoin until we achieve 100% breakaway on these assets. Thus, it will determine our future. However, the more useful these assets become, the more they will decouple. Therefore, our assets are not significantly impacted when Bitcoin bleeds out or has a terrible day. I get that question a lot, but why? The reason for this is that we are still connected to Bitcoin in some way. Was it the same as in 2020 and 2017? Not. Because of this, there is a lot less bleeding on XRP than there once was. BitBoy released this, and it's quite significant. Let's get started, people. I believe that many people missed the really positive news that the White House is releasing. Now that Donald Trump has approved the XRP ETF, BitBoy is breaking. Indeed, it isn't the case yet. Will it be the situation? 100%. By this, what do we mean? Very easy. This was released by New World Finance. The SEC versus Trump. The fact that the White House is now in charge of the SEC is something that many people do not realize at this time. Trump then took over. He is aware of the SEC's shame. To what extent is corruption present there? What is he doing, then? He is gaining experience in his role as crypto czar and the team they are assembling to ensure that the SEC is being handled properly and by their mission statement. What is said in their mission statement? To safeguard the individual investor, it states, before I began paying careful attention to the SEC and their activities, they hadn't been doing any of it for at least the previous 7 years. I've just been following the SEC since it entered the cryptocurrency space in 2017, but I'm sure there is much more to it than that. When it comes to approving an XRP ETF and dismissing or ending the Ripple v. SEC lawsuit, this won't be because the SEC suddenly woke up one day and said, we just need to end this case. This is because Trump has taken over, is handling oversight, and is essentially making all the decisions here. We must go on. Here, we are squandering too many personnel. The reason for this is that Trump will take over. Look, guys, enough's enough, he will say. This is completely absurd. We had a meeting with Ripple representatives. Brad and I met. Stuart and I met. We are aware of their operations and company. We don't want to push this innovation and these startups out of the United States, so this lawsuit must end. Our goal is to return the technology to the United States. We need you to get your act together as we try to bring the technology back to the United States, because if you don't, nobody will return, no one will be building in the United States, and we will lose this race and revolution in cryptocurrency that is happening right in front of our eyes. Ultimately, when this case does resolve, we will simply witness the SEC dismiss a few more lawsuits. Coinbase and Kraken are up. This case between Ripple and the SEC will also be resolved. And why will this happen? Well, it's really easy. It will all be down to the White House's supervision of the SEC and Trump's directives on what they should and shouldn't do, as well as whom they should and shouldn't target. I'll just leave it at that. Look, stay put. Another video is on the horizon. A lot of information on the lawsuit and the SEC. Given all of the news we are hearing today, we believe that the end is near.